Dev.
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? Fucking... You gotta say it first. I can't, because of the way the name goes.
All right. What's up, y'all? This is Hi, Mom, and...
Hi, Dad. Hi, Dad.
I like how you said it fast.
Hi, Dad.
Sounds like another language. Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad. Shut up. Hi, Dad. Shut up.
Sounds like the Star Wars song. Shandan, Handan, Vandan, Vandan.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. But welcome to another episode, guys. It's episode 4. It's episode 4.
For us?
Yeah. We need to step our game up because episode 3 was last episode. It feels like something's on my lips. Huh? It's my mustache.
It's these nuts, huh?
Fuck you. No, you need to step it up because I'm on the next one I record is episode 12.
Dang. Yeah, it's been a little bit difficult though because of work schedules and just been lazy, to be honest. At least I have.
Well, I haven't. I've been trying to stay consistent.
But you've also been working on the other podcast and trying to get it up. So it's kind of hard to do both when you're working on one.
Nah, I just got to get them recorded. Once I get them recorded, then I can edit them. But I have to record them first.
It's true.
Yeah, we didn't do one last week at all. So, anyways, welcome to episode 4. Hope you enjoy it. If this is your first time with us, we hope you enjoy the rest of the episode. We usually start these episodes with some shout-outs. I got a shout-out to Kamar Swain for making the beats for the podcast. He is a producer, so if you like what you hear, go check him out. You can find him on Instagram or YouTube at Martian Powers. That's Martian Powers. Also, Fernando Montez. He hasn't been on Hi Mom, Hi Dad. He's been on my podcast, The Devon Perception, which you should go check out if you haven't heard of it. But he was on episode 3 and 6. He's a barber. And if you would like to book an appointment with him, you could book your appointment at nandothebarber1.booksy.com, nandothebarber1.booksy.com. Also, shout out to Gregory Brooks, who I guess me and him basically like linked up. He made me like a part of his Growing Love. Have you seen that? He says he wants to make it like into a business or whatever, and eventually have like a studio and everything for it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. That'd be pretty dope. It'd be pretty dope to, instead of having to record these in our house, like to have a studio that we go to record these. But what are you looking at?
Oh, I was just trying to make sure the mics were on. That way we didn't,
That's
mess
happened
up like
so
last
many times. So many times. But I'll put my hair back a little bit.
Way too many to remember.
Where was I with Greg?
Oh, yeah, the shout out with Greg.
But if you want to find any of his content, you can find him at Growing Love, either on YouTube or Facebook. He's got comedy skits, dance sketches, music, anything, you name it. He's like a jack of all trades, so go check him out and all his stuff. And last but not least, shout out to all of you for tuning in with us. We hope you continue. And that's it for... Oh, if you want to be a guest on the podcast, you have to message us on just go to our Facebook and follow. If you haven't followed the page, it's Hi Mom, Hi Dad, The Devon Perception. Just message us on there and we can get a date scheduled, and then when the date gets closer, we'll schedule a time. That way we know everybody's schedule and everything. So, yeah, that's it. Let's kick this bitch off. Edit this part out though.
Why?
Otherwise they're just gonna see us standing here. I don't like the way my hair looks right now. Oi!
Oi, fuck you doing, Mike?
Oh, you just fucking chilling, you fucking smoking a doops.
Looks like an
you fucking have a ton of this, man.
Oh, okay.
You fucking drugger. Oh. Yeah, fucking eat you, mate. No.
Whole nother universe.
I'm gonna go get me a beer real quick. Hold on. I know that's not a good way to start the podcast, but
Fuck it. They can get mad if they want to. They won't do nothing about it though.
fucking, how you want to start it off? What do you want to talk about first?
Okay.
I'm gonna talk about how I think I have a theory that attractive people are boring. That the better you look, the less personality you have.
But you don't know them though.
No, I don't know them. It's just
how would you know?
Whenever I go people watching, on average. Yeah, I people watch. So what?
Do you just like get some binoculars and start watching people?
Exactly. I throw a little.
What are you doing?
I throw some seeds on the ground.
What the fuck?
No, but I like to stand there and like listen to people's conversations and what they do and stuff. I just like to observe people in their natural habitat. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I would say some, not all, but some attractive people are not that interesting.
I'm not even going to say some. I'm going to say majority, the majority of the average are pretty shit when it comes to their personality because they grew up, and here's why. They grew up only having to rely on their looks. Like, they don't have to have people come up and talk, especially girls. It's mostly girls. Like, you can be an attractive guy and still have a personality because being an attractive guy doesn't really get you very far in this world.
I mean, it depends, I guess.
Name like 5 Instagram models that are males, and that's all they do is just take pictures of themselves.
First of all, I hardly ever get on Instagram, so I would not even be able to participate in that.
I don't get on Instagram like that either. Like, the only ones I could name are like bodybuilders. But there's no just average looking dudes, who are just naturally gorgeous, have high cheekbones, a nice jawline, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't really know many. No,
you can't get very far when you're an attractive man. But if you're an attractive woman, you could literally make thousands of dollars.
Yeah, just shaking your ass on Snapchat.
Premium. So what I'm saying is, I'll say most attractive women have the worst personalities. They have no personality. They just kind of like what everybody else likes, listen to what everybody else listens to. Like, I don't even think they have their own thoughts, honestly. I don't think they have brains that come up with things.
Okay. I mean, I can see how you feel like that. But I'm attractive.
Oh, you're very attractive. But you're not, like, basic attractive. You're, like, unique attractive.
Okay.
Like, I've told you this, I don't know how many times. Like, if I had never met you, and then I met you somewhere, and say I met, like, 50 other girls, like, you'd be one of them that stood out because you didn't look like everybody else. You probably aren't going to talk about everything everybody else is talking about. That's what makes you attractive. Like, that's way more attractive than just what somebody looks like on the surface.
Okay. I can dig it.
Can you dig it?
I can dig it.
Sucker!
Oh, my goodness. Super random.
You don't know what that is, huh?
No.
It's a fucking wrestler. That was his, like, walkout song. So he would go, "Can you dig it? Sucker!" And he would, like, get in the ring and he would, like, shake his dreads and then do, like, what do they call it? The spinneroonie. So
spinneroonie, huh?
It was like a b-boy dance. You know how, like, they have their legs open and then they spin on their back? Mm-hmm. And, yeah, he would do that shit.
Spinneroonie sounds like a kid's mac and cheese, basically. Or like a kid's meal. Hey, would you like to try this spinneroonie?
It sounds like a kid, like a 3rd grader who's going to try his ultimate attack on you.
Get ready for the spinneroonie!
And then he pulls out a card and he's like anime style. And it's like
Yu-Gi-Oh?
And it's like, spinneroonie!
Is it Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah, we'll go with Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon or any other Digimon.
I've seen kids at school play with Yu-Gi-Oh! More than
I've seen it on the bus.
On the bus?
Yeah. I liked Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I got Yu-Gi-Oh! cards just because I thought the cards looked cool. I didn't know how to play, though.
Yeah. I like the little shiny ones where you can, like, move it. It looked really cool or whatever.
Yeah.
I never understood it, though.
I didn't understand it either or how to play. I would just watch.
But then again, nobody really ever taught me.
Yeah. They tried to teach me, but Back then, I was like a squirrel, yo. If I wasn't that interested, I would just gloss eyes, making full eye contact with you.
Just like, yep.
I probably wouldn't even say, I would just be like,
oh, yeah, that's cool, bro.
I'd be like in my head thinking about, and I do this still, like somebody will be talking to me. I do it to you. I do it to random people. Like somebody will just be talking to me and then I'll have just a little thought in my head that's like, hey, you think if like an asteroid were to, and then I'm like, wait, this person's talking to me because I heard like, and then it comes back and I like told her, why the fuck didn't you just hand me lemons? And I'm like, yeah. It's fucking crazy.
You're fucking dumb.
I'll answer people like way quick, like, yeah.
Or really slow, like 10 minutes after the conversation was done, and like,
what were you saying?
oh, yeah, I'll take out the trash in a minute. Like,
I'm sorry.
I said that 10 minutes ago. What are you talking about?
I just get caught up in my own thoughts all the time. My brain never shuts off that much. It's like constantly talking to me.
Mine does sometimes.
Yeah,
sometimes I feel stupid.
You're like, there's not a lot going on up there.
Yeah, like sometimes I'll just be quiet and then there's stuff going on, but then there's like not at the same time. So like I'll be thinking about something and I'm like, this is important to think about right now. But I'm like not doing much. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
I think Elon Musk like explained it the best. He said his brain feels like a never-ending explosion.
That sounds painful.
Yeah, it's like a never-ending explosion of thoughts. So it's just thought after thought after thought after thought. It never turns off for him.
Imagine.
But he's like the Thomas Jefferson of our era. He's invented so much shit.
How old is he?
Like in his 30s, 40s.
Wow, that's so young.
Ask Google. I don't know.
Hey Siri. Hey Siri.
Poop.
This bitch.
Fucking poop.
I want to fight her sometimes. Lucky
I'm gonna lock in 34.
All right.
At the latest, 38.
Hey Siri. How old is Elon Musk?
Elon Musk is 47.
Wow,
Fucking
you're a
hell.
whole 10 years old. Wow, this nigga ugly.
He's very peculiar. He's a peculiar dude, but the way he explained it, yeah, that's what my brain feels like a lot. Like a never-ending explosion of ideas.
Where
You
is
just can't get it to turn off sometimes.
Pretoria? Where's that?
In Africa? Is that where he's from?
Yes, it says place of birth, Pretoria, South Africa.
Yeah, Africa.
Wow.
You know, proportionately or statistically speaking, the tallest, the shortest, the smartest, and like the darkest and the lightest, and like the whole range of humans come out of Africa.
A word?
Yeah, because that's where humans started, and I think it's like the biggest continent with close to like the most people. But that's where the gene pool started. So you're gonna have the.
Is it about that Pangea though?
You don't know about Pangea.
I know about Pangea.
Tell me about it. How long ago was it?
Like 2 billion years ago?
2 billion? God.
No, I'm gonna say 6.
6 billion.
Yep.
I think the Earth is only 4.5 billion years old.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm way off. See, that's why I say I'm not that smart.
I wouldn't say you're not that smart. It's not like I figured that out. I just remembered what a smart person figured out. Like I shared a post that said when people call you smart, but you're really good at just memorizing things that smart people figured out.
Well, I'm not that good at memorizing stuff that well. I mean, I can be.
Oh, can you figure things out?
It takes me a while. I'm not gonna lie. But it depends. It depends on what it is.
What would you say you're smart at doing?
I feel like I'm pretty good at picking up social cues.
Yeah, I would say that.
Like, if I'm in, like, just being at a restaurant, like, working at a restaurant, I can pick up when my table needs me. I can pick up when they want their check, when they're ready for a to-go box. I can pick up when no one's listening to me, when I'm in the back talking or whatever, like, you know, having a little powwow with my coworkers or, you know, just joking around. Like, this one girl, I was talking to her about some random bullshit, and then, like, I seen her blank face looking at me. She's like...
All gerbil-eyed?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She didn't say shit. She's like... And then just walked off. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, thanks for making me feel stupid. No, it's fine. I, like, straight up called her out on it. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. She starts laughing. And I'm like, no, for real, that really hurt, though.
You should have been like, it's not funny, really. Like, you're the only one laughing.
Like, and she's a new girl, too. And I'm, like, a fucking veteran there trying to make friends with these people. Because I low-key think that everybody there thinks I'm a bitch.
Yeah?
Yes. And it's because when I'm bartending, I'm stressed the fuck out.
Yeah.
And that's how they first encounter me, as a bartender. So they only know me as a stressed out bitch. Yeah. Mad because they asking about limes.
I mean, yeah. That's how I call people out, too. Like, if I'm telling people things, I do it to you. I'd be like, you're not even listening.
Yeah, you're right.
And you're like, yeah, I am. I'm fucking listening.
Okay,
and I'm like,
first of all, I don't even sound like that, you dickhead.
And I'm like, repeat what I just said. And you're like, you're talking about, like, how the sun goes around the black hole and what the black hole is.
Okay, you making me sound like a mindless bitch right now. So, first of all, fuck off.
Well, you have a voice for me that doesn't sound anything like me.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
How's it go? You don't even know. You can't even pull it out. Huh?
No, I can't remember it.
I can't remember now, but okay.
It'll come out.
It'll show up.
All right, you know what? Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Okay?
You're all up in their ear.
Yeah.
Fucking.
All up in your ear.
No, but yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a smart person. I'm just good at memorizing things that smart people figured out. Because, like, I couldn't figure out how to make this. Like, it don't matter how long you give me. I'm not going to figure out how to make a camera. I wouldn't have figured out a pen.
What?
I wouldn't have figured out a fucking Xbox controller. Hell, I probably wouldn't even have, like, figured out how to make this glass shaped like this. Honestly, like, if I'm being honest.
Unless somebody taught you.
Exactly. So, I wouldn't say I'm a smart person. I'm just good at memorizing things smart people come up with. And
you got a point.
Fucking...
I do wish that I could figure out a way to, like, create multiple universes. Or not create multiple universes, but travel to multiple universes. Like, I watch way too many goddamn TV shows.
Are you talking about that one where they go to different dimensions?
Okay, like, most of the TV shows we watch, like Altered Carbon. Where,
that's just the future. That's the future.
Yeah, but it's the future going into, like, different timelines. It's still a different universe, basically.
I don't think you remember Altered Carbon. It was just the future. And they could transfer your consciousness into new bodies. That's Altered Carbon. It was just future. They didn't go to different dimensions. The Flash, he goes to different...
Well, I'm not saying, like, different dimensions. I'm talking about, like... In Altered Carbon, they do, like, not OA. What is it? The super intelligence?
The AI?
Yeah, okay. So they send the fucking...
You're talking about where they send the people into the past? And then... That's not Altered Carbon. That's fucking...
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
When was the last time you watched it?
Altered Carbon is not that.
Okay, what is it?
Give me your fucking phone, because you're fucking slow with the Googles, yo.
Okay.
You're slow as shit with the Google.
Okay, but anyways, I wish I could figure out stuff like that, because I wouldn't mind going into a different universe. And to be honest, I really want to meet my doppelganger.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I'd beat the fuck out of him.
Why?
Why not?
That'd be your first instinct?
Yeah.
I would want to be friends with mine. But then again, if I would want to be friends with mine, that means they would try and fuck me up.
Exactly. Like, I'm going to rape that nigga before he can rape me. Because
first of all,
that was the first thought
gay.
I had.
That's gay.
It's gay to fuck yourself?
In a way, yeah.
So, if I put my dick in my butt, that's gay?
Yes.
How's that gay?
It's gay, my nigga.
How?
Like, I don't know.
Elaborate. Well, okay, here. What if I did this? Say I pooped.
Okay.
And I let that poop harden.
What?
And then I put it back up my ass.
Okay, that's just fucking weird and gross.
That's not gay still. Like, it was all...
Okay, that's not gay.
Oh, that's not gay.
Because it's poop. It's different.
Oh.
It's different.
It's different when it's poop. But if it's your own penis...
Yeah.
It's gay.
If it's your own hard, erect penis, fucking yourself in the ass, enjoying it, that's pretty gay.
Who said I enjoyed it? Like, there's just my own penis in my ass. And if I'm raping myself, he doesn't enjoy it. What if I don't enjoy it? I'm just doing it as, like, a dominant thing. Like, I'm the Devinest Devin.
There's better ways to establish dominance. You know that, right?
Not in my world, apparently.
You could pee on the nigga like a dogs do. You know, that's pretty dominant.
No.
Or beat the nigga up.
I'd beat him up.
You don't have to rape him.
And then rape him.
Rape's not cool. We don't joke about rape.
You can joke about raping yourself. Okay. Nobody's hurt. Nobody got hurt. Myself? Fuck that guy. I'll kill him and replace him and act like nothing happened. Oh, wait, guys. So weird. I pretend like I was that Us girl.
Oh,
I would just be like...
Yo, if y'all haven't watched that movie Us yet, y'all are missing out, because that shit was dope. I read that little Google thing, or not Google, but that status on Facebook with Jordan Peele talking about the spoilers.
Well, he was talking about like how... I like how he said do good and evil even exist, because he played with that. He played with that concept pretty well too. I've been saying that good and evil don't exist. It's just however you perceive it to exist.
Very true. I can agree with that. Different morals. I was talking to this one guy at work about religion, which I had started and kind of regret it because
I don't
felt
like talking about religion.
Loki felt like it kind of got intense, and it set us back on cleaning for a good 20 to 30 minutes. Like, one of the girls, she was like, yo, stop talking and let's clean. I was like, bro, chill. We just started this conversation.
How'd the conversation go?
Oh, we were just talking about how
did it start?
I can't even remember how. I just know I was like, how do you know that that Satan's a bad guy? And my coworker, he's like, what are you talking about? Of course Satan's a bad guy. And I'm like, but how do you know?
Yeah.
Like, have you read up on Satanism? Like, a lot of his rules are okay.
I put 11 reasons in my last podcast. Or 11 things that Satanists believe.
Oh. I was telling him about how Satanism has gotten away with, not gotten away, but has done away with, sacrificing. So,
well, they still do, like, radical. But I'm pretty sure radical Christians still sacrifice something.
A lot of radical Christians do some crazy shit. But anyways, that's besides the point.
They sacrifice relationships with their gay children.
That's gotta suck.
But anyways, continue. How's Satan a bad guy?
Yeah, but I was just asking him, like, how do you know he's a bad guy? And he's like, because he tempts you to do all these bad things. I'm like,
how you know that's
yeah,
him?
He tempts you, but it's also your choice. Like, what?
Back up a little bit.
Oh. I was like, it's actually your choice to do those things. He's not telling you, hey, you should go stab that guy right now. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are some people that hear those voices in their head, but I'm pretty sure Satan's not like, hey, you should totally go stab that kid right now in front of his parents. No, that's your choice. You collectively thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to listen to that voice in my head. Fuck that kid.
This one guy was on Facebook earlier, and I didn't comment back, but in my head I did. He was talking about how there will be smooth-talking people who tell lies that sound like truths, and you need to stick to the word of God because he is the truth and stuff. And I was like, but how you know? Like, there's no... You're just taking this guy's word for it. Just like if you took my word for it. If you didn't know anything, like Hendrix, he don't know anything. He takes everything I say as the truth. If I would have taught him anything else, he would take that as truth. Like, how do you know that that's not what's going on there? What I get a lot of people with is... Like, okay, if God created everything, does that mean he created evil?
Well,
that means he created Satan.
He had to have, I mean...
Exactly, like, but why did he do that?
If he supposedly knows everything, he would have known that his son was going to turn on him.
Yeah, it would have been all a part of his plan. And in which case, like, I tell people, like, omnipotency, the power of all knowing, being all knowing, and free will can't exist simultaneously. Like, you can either know everything that's going to happen, and everything's basically like a little game that you play, and these are your characters, and you know what's going to happen, but you still run it anyways. Or you don't know, and you're not all knowing. You're just kind of all powerful.
Is that the free will?
Yeah. So if free will exists, then he doesn't have a plan for your life. It's just kind of going.
I mean, to be honest, right now it feels like free will. I mean, in a sense, because we still have rules and boundaries by, the government
Social.
and laws.
Well, our social
laws, yes.
culture.
But, like, if we didn't have all that, we would just be roaming around doing whatever the fuck we wanted to.
Yeah, well, that's why humans used to rape and kill and all that shit, So I give religion credit when it comes to pulling humans out of savagery, but I feel like we kind of grown past it. It's kind of like using Santa Claus to keep your kids to be good until they realize Santa Claus isn't real, and then they're good if they want to be, but that's a good way to keep them to be good. So
yeah, I mean,
so I'm not knocking you. If you want to believe in Christianity or whatever, do you, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking it, but don't come at me like you know all the answers, or don't even put up this facade like you have all the answers and you know what the fuck's going on, because none of us do. If we're being honest about it, there is no good, there is no evil, there just is.
You sound like Rick.
Yeah, people say that.
So what was it like growing up in a single parent home?
Yeah, okay. So I was thinking about like the effects of growing up in a single parent household and what it could cause. Like, cause I grew up without knowing my dad or meeting my dad or whatever, but you grew up, they weren't together or whatever, but you knew both of them. So yeah. I didn't know my dad. I've never met him. I don't know what he looks like or what he sounds like or anything, So growing up in a single parent household, I never really, I think I lucked out because I feel like it affected my sisters way more negatively than it affected me, because I grew up with a mom. So I feel like sons need their moms and sons need their moms and girls need their dads to have that balance of love and whatnot. So, but definitely I still grew up like with abandonment issues or not wanting to feel like somebody's going to just leave out of my life, And what else? What else can I think of? I don't know. It was weird. I always wondered why everybody else had a dad and I didn't have a dad. And I always wondered like if he was thinking about me or whatever, or if I ever crossed his mind.
At what age did you figure out that you just didn't have a dad?
Probably like 5, 4 or 5.
Did your mom tell you or what? Or did you ask?
It was whenever I started going around other kids.
Oh, wow.
Really. I just thought having a mom was it. And then I would I would go over to people's houses, like in kindergarten, first, second. And then they would have a dad. But honestly, growing up, I didn't like being around males. Like, a male's presence made me uncomfortable. I felt way more comfortable around females. And, like, if I had to go, whenever I'd go to, like, friends' houses or whatever, their dads would make me really uncomfortable. I don't know why. It was just like a male's presence just made me very uncomfortable.
Well, Mel's presence made me feel uncomfortable too, but that's a different subject.
Yeah. So what was it like growing up with both of your parents?
Well, my parents weren't together. They split up when I was about 1. And then, low-key, I would say it kind of sucked, but then it kind of didn't. I had the best of both worlds, don't get me wrong. Because if I got in trouble at one place and the other parent didn't know about it, because they were not on the same page, I used that to my advantage. Manipulated the fuck out of them. Yeah. Not gonna lie. So I would get what I wanted from one one family member, and then go home to the other one, grounded. Still. So, I mean, it kind of sucked, but then it kind of didn't. But I did go through many stepdads with my mom.
I had a couple stepdads.
Total of like 3, I think. 3 or 4. Kind of sucked. But, yeah. And my dad, I had one stepmom. Crazy, right? And she was actually pretty close to me. We were pretty close. And I considered her as my real mom for a while. Because she was actually emotionally there for me. Mm-hmm. And, of course, yeah, I would say emotionally and...
Yeah, because your mom does have difficulty showing emotions.
Yeah.
Which is probably something that happened in her childhood.
Yeah, she did have issues. She had issues with her dad growing up, too. Super weird how that just happened. I wonder if my grandma had issues with her dad. I know that my grandma, she was telling me that there's a curse in our family, apparently, with the women, that they just don't mix well with their daughters. So that's why me and my mom didn't really mix well. I mean, we're kind of getting better now. I would say we're getting a lot better now. But, I don't know, growing up, it was kind of stressful.
See, my mom was always emotionally there. She would always tell us she loved us and hug us and stuff, and the love aspect was there. And then she was also a very good disciplinary person, too. Like, she instilled that in me, at least from an early age. Like, I knew not to fuck up. Which is why I don't understand. I can see how people fuck up with their kids, too. It's because you just let a lot of shit slide. My mom didn't let shit slide, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She had time. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people who wait to have kids whenever they're older, they end up letting a lot of shit slide. So they'll let their kid get away with a lot. And eventually they just don't have it.
Not giving a fuck.
Yeah, well, then whenever they do try and, like, pull the reins back, the kid's like, fuck you.
Like
I'm calling the shots, bro. I'm the alpha.
My fucking brother's like that. Like, I told my mom from the beginning, and I'm talking about years ago, man. Like, years ago, when we got the PlayStation 2. Mm-hmm. So you already know that's years ago. Like, we got the PlayStation 2, and me and my brother would always be on it, playing Star Wars Battlefront, always that, or Star Wars Legos. And then when we moved from the trailer to the bigger house with my mom's newer ex-husband now, but, you know, we got out of the bad place and we went to a better place. I didn't like the guy because fuck him. He was closed-minded. He taught my brothers shit morals and showed favoritism a lot.
Yeah.
A lot, yeah. So, my brother, he got addicted to video games. And I told my mom, I said, you should probably step in. Because you keep letting him be on his video games right now, it's going to get worse. And it did. Because he was on it all day, all night. He stopped doing homework. His grades started to drop. He dropped out of band. And then because he just didn't like it anymore, which was not the case, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure he didn't like it, but whatever. But anyways, I don't know. He got really addicted to it. Basically, he dropped out of school. So, fucking sucks. But yeah, my brother, he took advantage a lot of the good shit that he got. Mm-hmm. And I always got the shit end of the stick, but...
Well, see, me and Dee Dee,
whatever.
We were the ones who got disciplined the most or whatever. So, our manners and everything were way more there than Desmond. And I can see it now. Like, Desmond has... Like, the respect she has for my mom is not as much as I have for my mom. I don't know if it's because I understand now, but even when I was her age, I had more respect for my mom, I felt like. Like, yeah, kids fuck with their parents, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You're going to bump heads whenever it's almost time to get out of the nest because you want to live by your own rules. They still want you to live by their rules. It's just time to go.
Definitely true on that.
It's just time to go. So after I got out of my mom's house, that's when we got way closer, I feel like. Because then we had... she didn't have to take care of me anymore, really. So we could have just... The responsibility part kind of went away, especially after I started paying my own bills and making it on my own and stuff. So, but now, like, I can see it's time for Desmond to leave the nest. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's sink or swim out here in the real world. So I know she'll adapt and overcome. Hopefully, I hope she does. But I still see, like, my mom letting a lot of stuff she didn't let slide with me slide with Desmond. And now I'm seeing, like, the product of that. So.
Really sucks whenever you see that when you couldn't get away with shit, but they let something get away with, you know.
Well, I'm kind of sad for them because I felt like learning those lessons at an earlier age made it way easier whenever I was faced with those lessons again in adulthood, because getting hit with new situations in adulthood is kind of scary a lot of the time because you don't know what's going to happen. It's new territory. But
very true. Growing
up and having to learning a lot of lessons from my mom, it made it just the transition to adulthood way smoother. The only thing that really sucks is, like, I wish... Like, my mom had some shortcomings or whatever, but I know she did the best that she could. So, and she thought she did everything she thought was right. So I can't be mad. But, just, like, she gave me a good moral compass and everything. I just wish that I wasn't, back to religion, I wish I wasn't, like, bred into it or whatever, you know. I wish I would have been able to choose that lifestyle if it's something that would have interested me. I wish I wasn't forced to do it. I wish when I was going through puberty or whatever, the only knowledge that I was given for my sexual urges were to suppress them. I feel like that wasn't good for me. And I wish they wouldn't have... Or I wouldn't have fallen into the trap of going to college right out of high school. Because I feel like it's kind of a trap.
I wouldn't say college is a trap. I mean, college is good for some people. Yeah, it's definitely a scam for money. Definitely.
Yeah, they're teaching the same education that they've been teaching for the past 200 years. But tuition prices keep rising, which doesn't make any sense to me.
I want to go back to school. I really do. But... like, my mental capacity just ain't for it. Like, I'm not ready to take math classes.
I don't learn the way that they teach at school. Like, that's not the way that I learn.
No?
No, I have to learn subjects that I'm interested in. And if I'm paying thousands of dollars, like, what the fuck do I have? If it's free, okay, I'll go learn this shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you're making me pay thousands of dollars, I don't want to learn this shit. Just teach me what I want to know so I can get the fuck out of here.
Well, you know, they let you choose some of your classes.
Yeah, after 2 years of college.
That's true. I got to choose the classes I kind of wanted.
Yeah, you get to choose like 1 or 2 in the first 2 years.
But that is just because it was whatever.
They still make you take your core. Yeah, they still make you take your core classes for the first 2 years, and then you get like 1 major class, and then you get 1 fucking fuck off class, like art appreciation or...
It's a music
philosophy
or music theory.
I wish I would have taken philosophy because I'm really into philosophy now. I feel like I could, I'd fuck some shit up in philosophy. If I was like a philosophy major, I'd be fucking y'all right now.
Okay.
I'd fuck everybody. Anytime you had anything to say, I'd break you down like, psychologically.
Actually, this is what happens.
I would be like this. I would just sit there and listen to everything you had to say, and I'd be like this. You didn't have a dominant male figure in your life, did you? I can see that the way your need for attention kind of corresponds with your lack of eye contact, your need to put up this protective barrier, this defense mechanism anytime somebody calls you out. It's very Did you experience something traumatizing in your childhood? Yeah, I'd fuck people up all the time. I do it now.
They'd be like, leave me alone. Jeez, God.
But if I had a piece of paper that said, yeah, bitch, I went to school for 4 years on this shit. I know humans. But yeah, it's college. I mean, it's good if you learn that way, go for it, you know. And if you got the money, go for it. But I don't learn that way. I need more one-on-one interactions instead of classes of 15 to 30 people.
You can do tutoring, like
no, I'm
go
talking
to
about
the class
like
and go tutoring.
Like you know how Shaolin monks, they'll take like a group of like 5 kids or whatever, and then they'll just teach them all the way up until their adulthood or whatever on techniques. I feel like I would do good like that. If me and you, honestly, if I wouldn't have had Ezra, and then me and you wouldn't have gotten married or whatever, I probably would have just took off and went and lived at a monastery for a little bit. Probably tried to reach full Zen.
Wow.
Or close to it.
I don't know what I would be doing now if we weren't together. We're here.
I'd probably be fucking crazy, honestly, because the only thing stopping me from wanting to venture further into like psychedelics is y'all, because that's one thing that's hard to let go whenever your ego's dying is y'all, like you and Hendrix and Ezra and my mom and them. That's one, like all my attachments. It's hard to let go of that. So that's the only thing that makes me not want to go deeper, because going deeper means shedding that for a little bit, and the thought of not coming back is terrifying, yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I haven't had an ego death yet. Or, I mean, not yet, but, like, recently. So I couldn't really say what would be
had
holding
ego
me.
death before?
Yeah. You don't remember? The time where I fainted in the park? That was my ego death, man. You don't remember me telling you how I legitimately seen the whole park and everybody in it?
Well, that was like an outer body experience.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Those are different. That's different than ego death.
How is that different?
Because whenever you have ego death, this person that you think that you are no longer exists. Like, when I had ego death, I didn't know that I was Devin. I didn't know that I liked this music. I didn't know anything about me anymore. I just felt like pure energy again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not... an outer body experience sounds way more fun than ego death, honestly. Mm-hmm. I wish I could astral project and everything. But ego death is refreshing, because once that part of you is shed, there's no more. All your responsibilities, all your stress, all the negative aspects that come along with existence go away. And it's just, that happy feeling you get in your stomach, that happy vibration? Mm-hmm. That's just what it feels like for a while. And you might see some things, you might come into contact with things and talk to them, but...
I need to have a reset button. I need an ego death, or at least a trip or something. I need a reset.
That's why I'm trying to get some DMT, because it's only 10, 15. I can't sign up for 12 hours anymore as often. Or 6 hours.
Off days, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm here by myself with Hendrix. I'm not trying to do anything like that. So a 10, 15-minute trip and then come back, I feel like that would be refreshing, honestly. What time is it?
10:08.
Yeah, so we're probably about to have to bring this episode to a close here pretty soon. Guys, she's about to go have girls' night, so...
Yay, girls' night out, yay.
Oh, yeah, before we leave...
I'm excited. It's rare.
I got a fucking tattoo, y'all.
Oh, yeah, it's a pretty dope-ass tattoo.
Let me see.
Yeah, I might have to get closer on that.
Oh, fuck.
Fucking I'm planets and shit.
What y'all think? Yeah. Yeah, but I got tatted yesterday, so I can't wait to get another one already. It feels like this one's already... See, once you like get a tattoo, it's like, I want to get another one already. I want to get another one today.
That was me. I was like, went through like 4 hours of pain, and I was like, fuck this. Daring. I'm saying fuck
your first
this.
One?
Yeah. Because my first one is a chest tattoo. Really sensitive, man. Like, right on the ribs. Super sensitive. Mm-hmm. And then after I was done, I was like, damn. I kind of want another one. I just don't know what. And then I got a fucking elephant just for the fun of it.
This one, like, when he first started, he started with, like, the line right here, I think. He went, and it hurt like a bitch at first. I was like, ugh. But then he started, like, talking, and then I got lost in conversation and went numb.
I was just taking deep breaths.
It quit hurting, honestly, after he finished all it. Because he started with all the planets first. And once he finished the planets and did all the dots and lines and everything, I was like, I don't feel it anymore. But yeah, I can't wait to get another one already.
Your veins are out there, man.
Kind of not like how they used to be.
They're out of this world.
Shut the fuck up. She said that was a good one. Fucking, but we hope you enjoyed today's podcast. We'll go ahead and sign off. Fucking.
Yeah, bye guys. Love y'all. Hope y'all enjoy. Sorry I didn't get to talk about many topics. It was only like about religion and single parenting, but you know, we did what we could.
Yeah, we'll talk. We have more to talk about. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. So I'll either talk about them on my podcast or we'll talk about them on next week or whenever we get another chance. So we'll be safe out there, niggas. Like, be safe. Watch your back.
Have fun.
Have fun and be happy. Fucking peace.